You are listening to Aloore Radio, Ibadan, Nigeria.
Your day has gotten a lot better. You can stand a chance of winning amazing prizes every month on Aloore Radio. How to participate? Follow us on our Facebook page on Aloore Radio. Share our program links on all your social media platforms. The person with the highest shared links win our amazing monthly prizes. Share, listen to Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, beautiful people. This is another session of Business and Life series. This is Aloore Oluwaseun, and I'll be talking about real estate. This is Aloore Radio transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism Secretariat Agodi in Ibadan. You can join us on our social media pages: Facebook at Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio, website at www.aloreradio.com. I am Aloore Oluwaseun. Today we'll be talking about real estate and what real estate is all about in business. As we all know, I'm sure everybody knows what, even if it's a little, we all have an idea what real estate is about. Either little or more, and we know when we hear real estate, we think about land, we think about houses, we think about property in general, land and houses, landed properties in general. Going forward, we'll be talking about what real estate really is. Real estate is the land along with any permanent improvement attached to the land, whether natural or man-made, including water, trees, minerals, buildings, homes, fences, and bridges. Real estate is also a form of real property. It differs from personal property, which are things not permanently attached to the land, such as vehicles. We have boats, jewelries, furniture, and farm equipment. Real estate is landed property, houses, lands, and we have different types of real estate. We have the agricultural real estate, which is for farming, timberlands, orchards. When you buy real estate for agricultural purpose, to farm, for poultry business, for also to farming businesses. And we have the one we know as the residential real estate. Residential real estate, these are apartments, people that build apartments to rent out, to lease out. We have the houses, people that build houses to stay in, duplexes, shortlets to lease out daily, monthly, as you wish. We also have the commercial real estate. These are real estate for businesses, built for businesses. For example, we have the banks, the malls, the hotels, the offices, the hospitals. We have restaurants. These are type of commercial real estate. As we all know, real estate is a very, very sweet investment. Like, it's one of the best investments on earth that almost everybody prays for. Everybody wants to have houses, everybody wants to have lands, everybody prays for it. Even, as we all know, even God loves real estate because it talks a lot about lands and all of that. So real estate is one of the best, one of the oldest investment that anyone can really wish to have. Real estate is one of the sweetest inheritance that your parents or family member can leave for you or can give out to you. Real estate is a lot. It's the best investment. It's the sweetest investment. So we have what we know as real estate investment. We'll be talking about that, how you can invest in real estate, how you can make money from real estate, how you can invest in properties, don't just build to live in. You can own property, and at the same time you can invest in it. You can make money in real estate everywhere you want to. This is real estate investment. Real estate investing involves the purchase, management, and sales or rentals of real estate for profit. Buying and selling of real estate properties, buying and selling of lands, houses for profit. Real estate investment refers to the purchase of property as an investment to generate income rather than using it as a primary residence. In simple terms, it can be understood as any land, building, infrastructure, and other tangible property which is usually immovable but transferable. Real estate is immovable. I'm going to explain the immovable but transferable part. It is immovable, as we know. You can't move your house from Lagos to Ibadan, from any place, but you can transfer ownership from you to someone else. So it's immovable, but it's transferable. And real estate is it's a tangible property. It's a property that you can see, you can touch. You know where your property is, you know where your house is, you know where the land you're buying, you know where it is. There are different characteristics of real estate. One is the tangible that I'm talking about. It is tangible. Real estate is the type of investment that you can see. You know where you're buying your land, you know where your land is located. If you're buying a land in Ibadan, you know, okay, my land is in Jericho, this is my land. You can go there. When you're buying a house, you know, okay, this is my house, this is where it is. You can go there, you know where your investment is, you know what you are investing on, you can see it, you can touch it. Then the second one, the characteristics of real estate is it is immune to inflation. Inflation does not affect real estate. In short, it's like it adds to the value of real estate. When there's inflation in the country, the prices keeps going up. The prices just keeps going up. It doesn't affect it. It is immune to inflation. The third one is uncertain maturity period. You can't determine how fast an area will be developed. You can't determine, okay, in the next 10 years this is what this area would look like. People can just, by next year, in few months, you can be shocked what will happen in any places. You can just go. I mean, take Money for an example. People who bought property in Money 5 years ago, they had no idea it is going to be what it is today. And now Money is hot cake. It is because of we all know the dry ports, the railway station. So it has uncertain maturity period. You can't determine how fast an area is going to develop in real estate. The fourth one, we have the value enhancement. Real estate increase in value. It keeps increasing. It doesn't depreciate. It keeps appreciating. You can't buy a land today for 200,000 and you want to sell it in the next month and still sell it for maybe 200,000 or less. No, you'll be selling it at a higher price, except you are the one that is selling on distress sales and maybe you need your money urgently and you just want to sell it off like that. But it doesn't depreciate in value. It keeps appreciating. The more it stays, the more it keeps appreciating. In short, we have clients that whenever they want to sell their property, what they tell you is, see, I'm not in a hurry to sell my property. I know that the more it keeps staying, the more gain I'm going to make on it, the more it keeps appreciating. So that's what real estate is. The fifth one is it is universally acceptable as collateral. There is no organization you get to, there is no bank you get to, there is no person you get to you want to loan money from, and you can provide a very reliable document on the property. You can provide a very reliable property. Trust me, they're going to loan you, because it is, even in short, I'm sure they'll be praying on one side that you don't pay back the money, because that is sweet investment for them. They get the property from you and they can sell it at a higher price than what they collected from you. So it is universally acceptable as collateral. Wherever it is that you present a real estate property for collateral, you can be rest assured that they are going to give you that loan. Then the other one is, the last one is, it is profitable even during recession. Real estate is profitable. Recession does not affect. In short, it is during recession your landlord wants to increase the money and tell you, I'm going to increase my rent. Recession, there's recession in town and they just increase the rent and it makes more money. It is then the people building houses will tell you block is now expensive, sand is now expensive, this is how much I want to sell my house. Even those that have land that did not buy anything on it will tell you everything is now expensive. My land has increased. So it is, it is very, very profitable even during recession. It doesn't depreciate. Then there are significant ways of investing in real estate. Number one is appreciation of property value. These are people that they buy property, they leave it to appreciate, and they resell. In this appreciation of property value, there are other ways that even as you buy your property and you keep it, you can still make money on it pending the time you want to resell. Let's take for an example, you buy land. Okay, you want to keep this land for a few years, then you resell. Don't just keep the land for a few years. I advise people, don't just keep the land for a few years. When you buy the land, buy it. You can do other stuff on it, like agriculture, pending the time that you want to keep it for it to increase. It doesn't depreciate the value of the land. In short, it keeps increasing. So you can do other stuff on the land. You can lease it out for that pending that years. You can lease out your land. You can give it out to people that wants to use it as agriculture. If you don't want to, then you collect maybe farm produce every month from them. You collect either money, like you lease it out to them and all of that. You can make money on it. You can even do agriculture for yourself. You can do other stuff on it for yourself, pending the time that you want to keep the property to resell. So that's number one way of investing in real estate and making money, enough money. Number two is home ownership, buying home for yourself. I mean, real estate is one of the greatest inheritance that you can leave for your children. I mean, I'm sure every single one of us, we want to have, those of us that didn't have the privilege of having parents or one grandparent leaving property for us, it's not something we are happy with. But those that have the privilege of, it's something they are happy with. Like it's like a sweet, it's the best investment they can give to you. It's just the best inheritance you can get. So home ownership, owning your own home, there's nothing as good as owning your own house. There's nothing as sweet as it. I mean, shelter is one of the best things that you can own. Once you have shelter out of the way, then trust me, every other thing it goes smoothly. So home ownership is another way of investing in real estate. Then another one is rental income. These are people that rent out, they build properties to rent out either daily, either monthly, either annually. They make their money daily as shortlets. They rent it out every day, they make cool money. They rent it out monthly, they make cool money. This is one good way of investing. Just build properties, go and relax. Every day, every month, every year, money is coming into you. As far as you are managing your property well, money keeps coming into you. That's another significant way of investing in real estate. Then another one, the fourth one, is land banking. Land banking is another sweet way of investing. This is when you buy lands in acres, in plots, in hectares, in different places. You just buy them, just keep buying lands and just buy lands everywhere and just invest in it, and at some point you can start selling them off. In this place, I have someone that I can use him for an example in this land banking. Recently I was at his house, late Chief Iho Ashamu. I was at his house and wow, I was amazed at what I saw. I mean, we were at his house to discuss about some of the properties they wanted to sell, and this man had properties everywhere in Ibadan. He's late now, but at least his children, his generation are benefiting from it. He has properties everywhere in Ibadan, in every state in Nigeria rather. He has properties in every state in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, in the US, the UK. This man just keep buying property in hectares, in acres, and every property have their own valid documents. Every single property he bought. I mean, they brought out the document for each property, and there was volume 1 to volume 7. I mean, one volume is as big as a Bible. Volume 1, imagine having that document, volume 1 to volume 7, and they were opening it, and number 1, they will list, okay, number 1, this is Oyo State, and they will list different lands he have in Oyo State. Number 2, Lagos State, and they will list out different lands he has in Oyo State. And they will list it out, and I was just like, wow, this is great investment. And his kids were like, Even the fourth, fifth, sixth generation can't sell all of this land. So that is one thing about land banking. It is sweet, and that's another significant way of investing in real estate. Another one is house and land flipping. These are people that buy houses, they renovate it, and they sell. They buy old houses, they buy tenement buildings, they buy very old houses, they renovate it to modern houses, and they sell it at a higher price. And they make money from it and move on to another one. They buy land, people that want to sell land in distress sales, they buy it from them, they sell it off at a very good price and make money. That is another way of making money in real estate. Number 3 is real estate development. In real estate development, you need to understand the market around you. What works in Ibadan wouldn't work in Lagos. What works in Lagos would most likely not really work in Abuja. I mean, there are different ways of being a developer. You need to understand your market for you to make money in real estate development. I mean, for example, in Ibadan now, when you're building terrace duplexes, you need to give each person their own compound, their own space. Ibadan people love their own personal spaces. That would sell fast in Lagos. With space or with their own personal space, it sells fast in Lagos. But when you are coming to Ibadan, you need to be able to tell them, okay, this is your own space. Let them know they have their own space. Even if it's a terrace building, give each person their own compound, their own spaces. So when you do that in Ibadan, you know people would buy it fast because they enjoy having their own personal space when it comes to property. So you need to understand the market which you're coming into when you're investing, when you're a developer. Another one is we have the collaboration or the partnership. For example, this is joint venture. There are a lot of people that actually go into joint ventures instead of just selling outrightly their property. Okay, let's say for example you have a 2,000 square meter of land in Bodija and you want to sell it off for 100 million naira. Instead of selling it off, you can just have a joint venture. I mean, in this sense, you get a developer, or a developer comes to you and tell you, okay, this land it's in a prime location, it's in a very good location. 2,000 square meters of land will conveniently take about 4-bedroom duplexes, about 5 units of duplexes. Would conveniently sit on 2,000 square meters of land, detached duplexes, fully detached duplexes. So let's say, okay, you walk up to the owner, okay, let's make a deal. Your land will take, instead of selling it off outrightly, this land is going to take 5 fully detached duplexes. Here in Bodija right now, you can sell each duplex for as high as 70 million, 80 million. Depends on the taste, the quality of it. Okay, this is what we'll do. We are going to build duplexes that are worth, by the time we are going to sell it, they are going to worth about 80 million naira. We are going to build 5 of it. You as the owner of the land, we are going to give you 2 out of the duplexes, and the developer, because I spent money and all of it, I'm going to take 3 of it. Okay, you guys make an arrangement. I mean, that is sweet. Instead of selling your land off for 100 million naira, you're making 160 million naira as profit. So that is another way you can invest in real estate instead of just selling it off. So most people, they see that as a sweet investment. You make your agreement, you go into it, they build the property, you get your property. You can do whatever you want with the property. If you want them to help you sell it off and give you your money, no problem. If you want to rent it out or you want to stay in it, that's also no problem. So that's another sweet way of investing in real estate. Instead of just selling off your property, you can collaborate with people, you can partner with developers, you can partner with real estate agents or realtors, you can partner with them. Another one is the related commission. This is what we know as the real estate agents. That's what they do. The realtors, the real estate agents, this is what they do. You have a property to sell, they bring someone that wants to buy your property, you get your own commission. That is another way of making money in real estate. Someone wants to buy a property, you look for someone that wants to sell their property that meets its demand, you sell it off, you close the deal, you get your own commission. That's another way of making money in real estate. That's another way of making money in real estate. So right now we are going to go on a short break. We'll be back later. Thank you. back to Business and Life series. This is still Aloore talking on real estate. This is Aloore Radio transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism Secretariat at Agodi, Ibadan. You can join us on our social media pages: Facebook at Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio, website at www.aloreradio.com. I am Aloore talking on real estate, business and life series. Going further, we're talking about real estate. We've talked about what real estate is, types of real estate, the characteristics, the significant ways of investing in real estate, and now we'll be talking about the advantage, the disadvantage of real estate. The advantages of real estate, of investing in real estate, there are different advantages. Number one is edge against inflation. Like I said, inflation does not affect real estate. It's in inflation, it keeps increasing. There's nothing like depreciation. It doesn't affect it. Number two is the ownership mentality. I now own a property. I now own a house. That type of mentality. You can, I want to take a loan, I want to go into business, I need a loan for business. You have a property you can use as collateral for it. So that's another advantage of having real estate. Number three is financial security. You have something you've invested in. You have properties you've invested in. You have lands that you've invested your money in. That is one very sweet way of securing your finances. That's one very sweet way of investing. You've invested your money, it keeps growing. In years to come, you can sell out your property at a very sweet price. You will make a very huge ROI. That is return on investment on your property. So that is another advantage of investing in real estate. Stable income. This is for rentals, for short lets, or every day, annually, monthly, you have a very reliable place that money is coming in from. You rent out your property or you lease it out, or any which way, that you have a very stable income coming in from somewhere. In short, you can go and sleep and money just keep coming in. Like I said, as far as you keep managing your property well, money keeps coming in. You keep making money yearly, monthly, daily, any which way you want it. We have the property the value appreciation. That's another advantage. Your money keeps increasing. Your investment keeps increasing. It does not depreciate. Real estate does not depreciate. It keeps increasing in value. That is one advantage. Another advantage is it serves as inheritance. That's one of the best inheritance you can give to your kids when you are gone. Real estate, I'm sure that's one of the best inheritance any of us would enjoy from our parents when they are gone. So it serves as inheritance. That's another advantage of investing in real estate. Then there are disadvantages of investing in real estate as well. Number one is high maintenance and management. It requires high maintenance, especially when you invest in hotels, for example. Hotels, you invest in rental property, you invest in shortlet. You need to keep maintaining this property. They require high maintenance. If that is what caused at most these days, we see one hotel just shuts down because there's low maintenance. They are not maintaining it well, and people no longer patronizes the hotel. Same as the houses. If you do not maintain your houses well, people won't rent it. You can't rent it out. Nobody wants to rent a house that the roof is almost falling, the roof is leaking, and also it requires high maintenance, and this slows down business. People keeps wondering, why are people not renting my property? Why are people not coming into my hotel? The management is poor, the maintenance is poor. This affects your investment a lot. So it requires high maintenance. You need to keep moving with the modern. When people are building modern, you can't just say, this is how I've built it, they should take. No, you need to keep improving with life. You need to keep increasing the modern, the taste of your property. You need to keep increasing it for you to attract more people, and that way you can even increase the value on the property. Increases the value on the property when you keep maintaining it well. So that's one of the disadvantages of investing in real estate. Another one is it creates financial and legal liability. People feel like it ties money down for them, especially when they want to quickly sell it off and all. It ties money down, and legal liability in the sense that the legal processes of acquiring a property is always much. The processes you have to go to get this property, to get your C of O, to make sure everything is intact. Most people, they find that as stress. Like, the stress is too much. Going through all of that, it takes months for your document to be out. It takes weeks for you to do this. It is expensive for you to get a proper a document on your property. But one thing I tell people is, when you're buying a property, just put the money for the documentation and all of that on one side. Don't just budget money for the property, because buying a property, the documentation is very, very important. It is way more important. It is the most important thing, because you can't just buy a property and have a proper document. You are taking a high risk. So when you're buying a property, put money aside for the documentation. So you know, okay, if you are buying a property worth 10 million, put at least like 5 million for documents. So just know that you are buying a property worth 15 million naira. That is what you should take that as. Don't just take it as, I'm buying a property of 10 million naira, then you buy the property and you don't want to do anything. There's no money for documentation and you're just there. No, you're taking risk, because you need proper documentation on every property you're buying. Then the last one of the disadvantages is it's less liquid in nature. It's not something that can go out of the market immediately when you want to sell it off. It's not something that you can't just wake up morning and say, one morning and just say, oh, that might land somewhere, I want to sell it off today, I need the money today. No, real estate does not work that way. It takes time. Except at times you can be lucky, it goes in almost immediately. At times it takes months before you see a buyer to come and buy the property. So it takes time. It is less liquid in nature. It's not something that can come and go out of the market immediately. Those are the disadvantages of investing in real estate. There are reasons for failure in real estate investing. Number one is lack of knowledge. Most people go into real estate without a good knowledge of what they are going into. Most people don't even know the right documents, the right steps to take when buying a property, the right things you need to do in finding out about the property, if it is genuine or not, before they go into buying the property. This is why most people fall into the hands of those that at the end of the day scam them, because they don't have the good knowledge about buying it. This is why we advise people, whenever you want to buy a property, make sure you involve a good real estate agent, a good realtor, a good lawyer that will put you through on buying this property. They can help you run every document on this property, so make sure it is genuine, it is valid. Don't go and buy a property that probably it is owned by the government, they just sell it to you and you didn't even make your proper findings, you just buy it. Or you buy a property that, okay, the owner is probably dead, he has about 6 sons, and one of the sons just carries the document and wants to sell off the property, and you just buy it. You didn't make proper findings. Make proper findings on every property you want to buy. Even if it goes as far as meeting the whole family members, do it. It is for your own future security, so that at the end of the day, when you buy it, you buy a property with peace of mind. Do not rush to buy any property. I tell people, take your time, find out. When they are telling you, this property is not okay, it will go, let it go. Calm down, find out everything you need to find out on this property before you put your money into it. Don't just rush into it because they're selling it over at a cheap price. The owner of this property is dead. He has 6 children, he has 2 wives. Meet the 2 wives, meet the 6 children, let them all sit down with a lawyer and agree that yes, we want to sell this property. Don't just let one of them come to you and tell you, I'm the representative, I'm selling for the whole family. No, it doesn't work that way. That is why at the end of the day, one of the child will stand up and say, they sold my father property to you, want to collect it back, and fight to start begin, fight to come up, a lot of stuff will start happening and all. No, so you make proper findings. When they give you a document on a property, we have what is called Ministry of Land in every state. Go there, find out, take the document to the property. They will browse, they will check it for you, they will bring out all the information on the property for you, if it is genuine and if you need to go ahead with it. if the document is genuine. So this is one of the reasons why people fail in real estate. This is why they buy properties and they'll tell you, I have bought lots of properties. At the end of the day, what happened? I lost them. They came to pay, or Monile came to fight for the property. They came to court. That's because you didn't do all the necessary stuff you're supposed to do on the property before you go into it. If the property is too stressful for you, leave it and look for another property that is less stressful. So that is one of the reasons. Another one is poor management. Like I said before, in rental properties and in hotel management, when your management is poor and you're not improving with the world, you're not creating something more than that will attract. I mean, there are lots of rental properties out there. There are a lot of hotels out there. So when your own hotel, you are not properly managing it, people won't come. They will come to the other ones. They will go to the other ones to patronize them. So that is another reason people fail. You need to keep managing this property. You need to keep investing. You need to keep creating things that would attract people to your property. You need to keep creating things that will bring more and more people. Move with the world. Be modern with the stuff you create. Be modern with it. Renovate your property to meet people's taste. That way you can attract your clients and you can keep attracting people. Even if you increase the price and it is up to standard, people would still patronize you as far as it is what they are paying for. People want a service that when I'm paying for something, I'm getting the value of it. They want that. So if you are renting out your property, make sure you renovate it, make it to be tasteful, make it to be of high standard, and be careful of the type of people that you put into your property when renting it out. Not someone that will come there and destroy things for you, and at the end of the day you'll be spending excess money. Make sure they are responsible and let them take agreements. If they destroy stuff in your house, they are going to pay for it before they move out. You sign agreements with them and all of that. That way you can secure your property and make more money on it. Another reason is false calculation. Yeah, false calculation of this land, let me go and buy this land in the next 20 years. In the next 1 year, this land should already be 20 million naira, and you want to buy it for 5 million naira. So you just quickly drop your money, bam. You didn't even check the environment, you didn't even study the environment. If there's something that you can, let's take for example, take people that invested in Akpete last year and those that invested in Aerodrome GRA last year. The difference is clear. I mean, you need to study your environment. It's not a matter of you going to buy, instead of me buying one plot of this land in this place, I'll go and buy acres of land in one place, and you want to sell it off next year, and you feel you make the same money you are making as the one that is more expensive. No. So that way you need to understand the market. A one plot of land in Kolapo Ishola GRA within the next 1 year would increase more than a one plot, a 5 acres of land you use the money to buy in one very underdeveloped area, and you want to sell next year as well. You will get more value from the one in Kolapo Ishola. That's just the example I'm trying to state. So that is the reason why people fail. They just feel like, it's too expensive. No, let me go and use this money. I'll go and secure an acre of land and I'll sell it off next year. No, you need to understand the market. You need to understand the growth, how it is developing, how fast the market in those areas are developing before you invest your money in them. Then another one is giving up early. If you are not the type to be calm in real estate, you can't go into real estate. If you are not the type to be calm normally, you can't go into real estate. If you are the type that wants your money, quick money, you can't go into real estate. Real estate takes time. It takes time for you to build. It takes time for you to rent out and make your money. It takes years for you to make your money when you're investing in real estate on rentals. You can't just build your house, you built it for 30 million naira, and you feel when you're renting it out, you want to make your property in the next 5 years. That means you'll be renting out for 6 million. Nobody is going to take it. Your property will just be there on its own. So you need to understand that it takes time for you to make money. If you are going to buy acres of land, hectares of land, and want to make big money on it, that means you are willing to invest for a very long time for you to make big money on it. So real estate is not something that, okay, let me just buy this land today and I'll sell it off next month. What if you don't get a buyer till the next 3-4 months? So most people give up early and they just be like, see, I can't go through that stress of buying property and just leaving one property one way for you to increase. I want quick money. No, like I used to say, it's not money ritual. This is investment. You need to calm down. You need to take your time on it. It's not something that you just buy now, you just make your money now. No, it doesn't work that way. That is another reason why people fail in real estate. So in summary of all I've said right now, I said real estate has historically been one of the best investment option available. It is one of the best investments you can have. It is one of the best place you want to put your money in when you buy it properly, when you make your proper findings. Real estate is the sweetest when you are calm with it. It is one of the best investments you want to have. It is one of the best things you can put your money into and go and rest. Just go and sleep and know that yes, my money is somewhere and it is increasing, it is appreciated. Real estate, as long as you are careful about researching your purchases and you are willing to hold properties for an extended period of time, there is a good chance that your investment will pay off handsomely. However, generally, economic condition can influence the value of real estate, and a great deal of your personal time will be needed to oversee these properties. So you must be willing to grind it out over a long period of time in order to realize the benefits of real estate investing. So thank you very much for listening. We're going offline now.
As a people, with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and voice. We will take us down and build our land in faith to defend what is ours.
back, beautiful people. This is still Aloore Mayowa, the CEO Kike's Luxury Homes, and this is another session of Business of Life series. This is Aloore Radio transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. You can still join us on our social media pages: Facebook at Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio, website www.alooreradio.com. I am Aloore Mayowa from Business and Life series. So, like we just talked about real estate and real estate investments, what real estate is all about, the type of real estate we have, which is agriculture, residential, commercial, like I stated earlier. The real estate investment, what real estate investment is, the buying and selling of properties, the characteristics of real estate, it is immune to inflation, how it increases in value, how tangible it is, how it is universally accepted as collateral, how it is profitable even during recession, the ways of investing in real estate, that is the property value, the home ownership, the rental income, the land banking, house and land flipping, which I already explained earlier what all of this is, the real estate development, the collaboration or partnership, which we also known as joint ventures, the related commission, which is what the real estate agents, the realtors, what they do. There are advantages, there are disadvantages of investing in real estate, which is the edge against inflation, the ownership mentality. These are the advantages. The financial security, the stable income, the value appreciation, inheritance. Then the disadvantages, which is high maintenance and management. It creates financial and legal liability, and it is less liquid in nature. And the reasons for failure is the lack of knowledge, the poor management, the false calculation, and giving up early. And I gave a very sweet summary of everything that I've talked about on how you can easily invest in real estate, how you need to be careful when you're investing in real estate, how you need to make proper findings on every document before you go into real estate, how you need to be calm, to take your time, to not rush when investing in real estate, because it requires your time. It requires you to be calm. Every investment does. There is nothing like making quick money scheme, or what do they call it. It's something that you need to invest in. You need to give it time for it to grow. It's something that you need to just be calm with. But at the end of the day, you make sweet money from it. It's the benefit is always very, very, very profitable. It is always very profitable when you invest in real estate in the right way. Let me put it that way. When you invest in real estate in the right way, when you go through every proper steps that you're supposed to go through, then you will make your money from it. You would enjoy real estate. You will enjoy real estate investment. You will enjoy investing your money in real estate. And trust me, that is all you would even want to do with your money. Just keep putting it in real estate. Just leave it there. Just making your money work for you. That is what real estate is. Making your money work for you while you sleep. That is what real estate is. So I already talked about all of this. I already explained all of this. And I am Kike's Luxury Homes, in case you need me on Instagram or on Twitter. I am Kike's Luxury Homes. That is the name of my page. I'm signing out today on Business on Live series. Thank you for staying tuned, and we'll be back next week for more and more beautiful topics to talk about beautiful things that you need to know about Business and Life series, how to invest, how to build yourself in businesses. This is Aloore Radio transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. And you can join our social media pages: Facebook at Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio, website www.alooreradio.com. You can also join the Business on Live series live every Thursday by 6 p.m. at Yinka Adeleke on Facebook, at Yinka Adeleke on Instagram, to learn more about Business and Life series. Thank you very much. See you next week with more beautiful topics. Good day.